In this week's episode of Attack on Titan Junior High, the battle for cheeseburgers finally comes to an explosive end, which is a great homage to the Attack on Titan anime and manga series. This episode was pretty damned ridiculous, and will really be funny to fans of Attack on Titan. Everyone else will probably like the slapstick humor, but if you followed the anime series or you've read the manga, you're really going to appreciate this finale, as this episode is the closest in terms of paying homage to, like, a particular episode. This episode was essentially a parody of the epic scene where Eren picks up a rock and blocks the hole so that the Titans cannot get into the city any longer. The difference is, this time, it's Eren and his friends sneaking into a Titan school so that they can go to this giant miniature city of the one seen in Attack on Titan, pick up this key, go in this secret room, and of course, the key scene is just as epic as it is in the actual anime series, all complete with the music, the themes, not to mention all the character reactions. If you've seen those episodes a lot, you are just going to notice so many different things. For me, one of the funniest things was seeing Riko just fall to her knees saying that no one died in vain, because no one died at all. Not to mention, there was a great callback to a previous episode of Attack on Titan Junior High. That one female Titan who was completely in love with Jean, she just returns to help out of nowhere, doing this amazing dropkick from the skies. And of course, we get to see the return of the colossal Titan, whom Eren goes toe-to-toe with, literally getting eaten and swallowed by him, just so that he can save his cheeseburgers. Really, the only thing I can say about the final episode of Attack on Titan Junior High is that it was the perfect parody of some of the most intense moments from the first season of the series, as well as probably having a lot of things which we're going to see later in the next season, or maybe already in the manga version. The thing about this episode is, just like the rest of the series, it really hinges on how much you like Attack on Titan. There are just so many callbacks to this episode. I'm honestly shocked we didn't get Oluo biting his tongue for the 20th time in this episode. But really, this was the perfect homage. I think the best thing about it were the music cues, because they're taken directly from the Attack on Titan series. And there was this one scene where Mr. Hans went out in his 3D maneuver gear, and they were starting up this song, and it immediately just did a record scratch stop when he slammed and fell out of this window. That was probably one of my favorite parts of the episode. That, and of course, getting to see the parody of the scene where Eren picks up the rock. This time he has a big key. He doesn't transform into a Titan, but he still has like all of the steam coming off of his body. His eyes are glowing green. You got Armin who's doing like the whole, "Go, Eren, go!" And he actually takes the key and it does the big explosion, the shockwave. It's all there to a T. If you're a big fan of the series, you're totally gonna love this stuff. It's really funny. Not to mention just, I think maybe the real funniest scene of the episode without a doubt is when they actually do use the key to go inside and they actually figure out that this is actually the lunchbox of the principal, and Levi and his team come in to distract the Titans, and they just play a concert, like, out of nowhere. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense whatsoever, but it actually works in this series. What I will say is, this series is worth a watch if you're just trying to kill some time and wait for the second season of Attack on Titan. That's the way it's gotta be. So, what's the rundown on the final episode of Attack on Titan Junior High? You know what? I'm kind of glad the series is done. I'm ready to get to more serious stuff. You know, I love Attack on Titan for its intensity, and I really like the fact that this series had a lot of fun with, like, sort of turning that on its head, but really this has only just sort of amplified my excitement for Season 2 of Attack on Titan. It's a nice supplement to the rest of the series, and it's really there for the hardcore fans, especially those who read the manga, because there's a lot of characters who appear for just split seconds who I have no idea who they are, and apparently they're going to appear at some time later in the story. But the biggest strength, of course, of Attack on Titan Junior High is that they were able to take such an intense show and turn it into a comedy by taking characters in this post-apocalyptic setting with extreme personalities, which in many ways were perfect fits for an extreme, over-the-top comedy series set in a school in an anime setting. It's ridiculous when you say it out loud, and it's weird when you look at it on paper, but when you actually see it in motion, it actually ends up being one of the best funny anime experiences I've seen in a long time. I'm not a big fan of comedy anime, but I got a lot of great laughs out of this, and if you like Attack on Titan, even as a casual fan, check out this series. You might get a few laughs out of it, and it'll get you excited for Season 2. So, I liked the finale. I thought it wrapped up the rest of the series pretty good. I don't think it was a perfect episode by any stretch of the means, but I did enjoy it and I was laughing, so I'm going to give this episode a 4 out of 5. And that's probably what I would give the entire series, if to only the fans of Attack on Titan a 4 out of 5. On average, maybe a 3 out of 5. Nothing groundbreaking here, but still, it's not offensive in any way. It's just good, fun, slapsticky humor. So there it is. That's my review of the entire series. But I want to hear from you guys. Did you watch the final episode of Attack on Titan Junior High? Did you have a favorite scene? Did you like this series? Did you not like this series? What do you want to see from the real second season of Attack on Titan? Make sure to tell me in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching this review. Make sure to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys again for watching, and as always, stay dandy, baby!